is made up of business and art and technology. So also, when we make a film, it is divided into the pre-production, the shooting itself, and then the editing. And then the editing itself, you can think of as being divided into three separate categories. Plumbing, so how do you get the water from here to there without too many leaks, and have it be clean and drinkable, and then get rid of the wastes. And much of editing is simply concerned with questions like that. Once film starts shooting, there's a tremendous amount of material starts pouring into the editing room, and it all has to be very carefully organized such that we can find it when we need to, and out of the hundreds of hours of material, find exactly that one frame that we need. So I'm going to talk a little bit about plumbing, as boring as that may sound. It's actually fascinating to me because the tools that I've developed are visual tools to help me keep track of things, and I'll just show you what it looks like in my editing room here in San Telmo. The two other aspects of editing are writing. Is this chapter valuable in the book? Should we put a period at the end of this sentence or a comma? Should we change this character from a man into a woman, which is something that we did on this film? Can we transpose two events? Can we take one event and split it in half and put one part at the beginning and one part at the end? These are all things that every creative artist works with. And in the editing of a film, the construction of a film, we confront these same creative issues. And then the third issue is one that I would call performance. And here it's a question of the editor being something like a violinist or a musician who decides exactly how strong to move the bow across the violin, or exactly how much tremolo to put on something, how long to sustain a particular note, and then how loud to come in with the next note. And these are very intimate questions that would concern a violinist. If you talked to Isaac Stern or any of the famous violinists of the past and asked him to analyze his technique, he could describe something, but then he would run out of words. And I feel somewhat similar. The decision of which shot to use, where exactly to end the shot, what shot to go to next, all of these are determined, at least in the initial stages, by the editor. And it's only when we have finished our work that we then present this to the director, who then makes a judgment on whether our work is correct or not. So, of course, all of these three elements are intertwined, and it's very hard to separate them out in practice. How you organize your editing room has a direct influence on how your performance is,